Good morning, everyone. I am Adrian Terrado of BSCPE 1A, and I'm about to act out an example of human acts and acts of man. Well, let's break it down first. An act of man is an action that happens automatically, driven by instinct and external circumstances. On the other hand, a human act is deliberate. It's a deliberate action guided by reason and will. But sir, can you give me an example of which is which? I'm quite confused. Okay, for example, imagine someone gets robbed at a gunpoint and willingly hands over their belongings to the robber. While this act involves a conscious decision, is more of like an act of man. Like so, long. Tagliyok. Ambing pitakalong. Yeah. But why is that an act of man? Well, the person's decision to give up their belongings is largely influenced by fear and external situations, such as threat of violence. It's more of a reflexive response rather than a carefully considered choice, and a choice of free will. Ah, I see. So it's like reacting to a situation without much thought, like blinking or sneezing. And when you get robbed, you don't really have the freedom to decline, because you can get stabbed. Exactly. Now let's move on with human acts. For example, donating money to homeless people. That is a classic example of human acts. How so? How is that a human act? For example, when someone donates money to the homeless, it's deliberate decision with moral intent. They're exercising their free will and choosing to help out others with compassion and empathy. Like so. Sir, may lang ginay sir. Pero Sir, salamat sir. Dako ginay tabang sir way. Ah, I get it now. So the key difference lies in the level of consciousness and moral deliberation involved in the actions, right? Without the freedom of choosing, it's not really human acts now, is it? Precisely. Human acts stem from our capacity for reason and morality, whereas acts of man are often driven by instinct or external factors beyond our control. Well, thank you for explaining that distinction. It really helps clarify the moral dimensions of our actions. You're welcome. You know, it's really important to understand the difference between these two. It can help us navigate our choices and strive to act in ways that align with our values and principles. That is all for today. I am Adrian Francis Terrado from CPE 1A. Thank you all for listening.